On this episode of BuMpY's Beer Review from Phase 3 Brewing Company out of Lake Zurich, Illinois. They also have a tap room and kitchen in Elmhurst, Illinois. They have their KAWAII. This one is a double dry hopped, double New England IPA, I believe they say. Or double. Okay, let's start that one over. It is a double dry hopped, hazy double IPA. Pretty sure I would have been alright. They do give their flavor notes. It's impossible to not see it if you look at the back of the can. So, tropical fruit, white grapes. They're using hops of Citra and Nelson Sauvin. So I'm pretty sure I'll get some other notes other than just that with Citra, and Nelson can give off other notes other than grape too. But this comes in at 7.7% ABV. That's the label art. It is quite interesting. It's like a bunch of those Japanese emoji type things. Let's go ahead and crack this open. Give it a pour after I tell you if I can read the date. Looks like it was packaged on May 7th, so it's a little over a month, just a touch over a month old. Let's crack it now. Alright, so it's got kind of a sudsy white, bone white head. I got some dirty glass mafia going on here. Some of the bubbles are just sticking to the glass, but it's kind of that melted lemon lollipop look. It is hazy. Opaque, can't see through it. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit more than just a haze, because sometimes you see hazy and it's just, you can still kind of see it. It just looks like an unfiltered. This one is going more towards that New England IPA look, the newer New England IPAs anyways. Yeah, let's get some aromas from afar. Yeah, it's definitely fruity. I get kind of like a little bit of an orange and tropical type notes. It's getting closer. Oh yeah, so it's like sweet tropical. I'd say there's like a passion fruit. Little papaya action, citrus. Maybe a touch of a lime. A little zestiness. I can tell you right now, I don't smell grape in it, and I wouldn't, if they didn't state what hops were in it, I wouldn't think that there was Nelson in this at all, just off the aromas. Let's dive in here for the first swig. Cheers. Alright, so a bit of a breadiness coming from the malt. It's nice. It actually has a decent malt flavor to it. Somewhat of a soft mouthfeel. A little bit lifty on the palate with the carbonation. Some grain notes as well. So this one's, it's a little bit citrus. It's got a little bit of a lychee. That's kind of what I'm finding up front to mid palate. Sure, a little bit of white grape in there. Why not? Bitterness on this one, it starts off like it's kind of like a mild moderate, and it starts to build a little bit. It's a little bit of that pithy citrus fruits. So like either the pith, rind of an orange to grapefruit. And I'd say the bitterness definitely starts to build. It becomes a little bit lopsided. It's not quite a balanced out beer. That initial sweetness from that like kind of bready malt note starts to get masked by the bitterness. Bitterness starts to take over more and more as I'm drinking on it. It's pretty drying on the palate as well. 7.7%. I mean, yeah, it's drinking like it's right in there, like the lower end of a double. Yeah, I think overall for this beer, I'd kind of put it at maybe top end good, low end very good, right in that realm. It's definitely not blowing me away. It's not disgusting. It may be a little bit more on the the bitter side than what I'd be looking for. Maybe a bit more of a heftier fruit note on the palate would be nice. As the bitterness climbs, like I lose track of the lychee kind of citrusy note. It really just grasps onto that rind and pith bitterness. And the white grape, if there at all, is definitely not to be found after a few sips. So yeah, the bitterness starts to just take over a bit too much for me. Not saying I don't like bitter beers, it's just this one, it seems to be lacking something to kind of keep blending with that. You know, it loses its initial notes. You don't keep going back and getting the same notes up front because that bitterness just grabs too much. So yeah, already gave my score range on this, and yeah, just want to say cheers. Thank you for watching.